But first tonight, the family of a 98-year-old woman who was murdered fear a change in Ohio law could pave the way for her killer to someday walk free.
When he was sentenced, it was like, okay, we took a criminal off the roads. We took him out of society. And now you're looking at, whoop, here we go. Now he may be back in society at some point in time.
Now that law goes into effect next week, almost 3 years to the day since Margaret Douglas's death. It opens the door for teens sentenced to life without parole to get out of prison. 5 on Your Side investigator Scott Knoll has more tonight from Canton.
Family members say even at 98 years old, Margaret Douglas was full of life, but it was a life cut short in April 2018.
This was just beyond belief. Truly, if you would have read this in a book, you would have thought, wow, who made this up?
Cindy Leisure was there when her husband found Douglas's body stuffed into a living room closet inside her Wadsworth home. Investigators say the widow was strangled, then abused by her 17-year-old neighbor, Gavin Ramsey. The teen pleaded no contest to the murder and in January 2019 was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The Leisures were there.
What a relief. It was just a relief to know that this person could not harm anybody else ever again.
But a new Ohio law could change all that. Senate Bill 256 gets rid of life without parole for prisoners who were teens when they committed their crimes, making teens eligible for parole after serving anywhere from 18 to 30 years, depending on their crime. Former State Senator Peggy Lehner co-sponsored the bill. She says it's about restoring hope to teens locked up for life.
I think that, it gives a purpose to rehabilitation. If you're never going to walk out of the doors of a prison, if you're never going to have a chance to go back to school or get a job or raise a family or any of those things, there's not a whole lot of point in doing rehabilitation.
But Leisure believes her aunt's killer is beyond rehabilitation.
This is not some poor little juvenile that that did something, and he got punished for life. You deserve that. You lost rights when you walked in her house uninvited. That's how I always look at it.
The couple angered Ramsey now has a path back into society.
Well, it scares me because I think he'll kill again. He will find someone, to kill again.
Determined to keep fighting to change the law, to block their aunt's killer from ever walking free again.
We owe it to Margaret because no one should have to be murdered and go through the horrid torment that she went through that night.
Under the new law, Ramsey would be 42 years old when he's first eligible for parole, but the senator who co-sponsored the bill stresses the law doesn't guarantee parole for anyone. She says it only allows inmates to make their case for release to the state parole board. In Canton, I'm 5 on Your Side investigator Scott Knoll.
Now, you just heard Scott, and we have more from State Senator Nathan Manning, who sponsored that bill. He released a statement to News 5 tonight saying in part, quote, "In no way does this new law guarantee release for offenders, and the Supreme Court has declared a sentence of juvenile life without parole unconstitutional."